Hello everyone, good morning. It's Wednesday and it's time for our well-being assembly. Now a little bit of a different setup today. I'm not sat at home in my kitchen. I'm in school, I'm in the sports hall because we're going to go through a little stretching routine just to get us ready for the rest of the day. Now, this is something that I've started to do a couple of times a week over the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks. I'm not very flexible at all, and I don't know all the technical fancy terms for this. This isn't really a yoga session. This is more of a stretching flow set of movements that we can do to hopefully get us ready for the day and get us sort of breathing really well. Now, focusing on that breathing, that's something that's going to be quite important during this. Now, I'm obviously going to be talking, so I'm not going to be able to breathe with you continuously. However, try to make sure you're taking breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. So we're going to start off now, and we're going to go for what I call belly breaths. We're going to lie down, we're going to try and find somewhere that's quite comfortable. If you need to pause this video and get it set up again, then please do. Chuck it on your iPads or your screen. Likewise, if it's not easy for you to do now, save the video and come back to it later. I'm going to do this in real time with you. We'll see how long it goes. It might take me a bit longer than usual because I'm talking. So lie down, we're going to do belly breaths. So we're going to look to expand our stomachs on our breaths rather than our chest. So feel your tummy get bigger and smaller. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. While you're doing this, you could want to focus on that happy place that you were in last week. Making sure you're staying nice and calm and relaxed. 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to do 5 breaths, and at the end we're just going to try and hold our mouth just a little bit. Try not to breathe just for a short amount of time. So 5 more. Just focusing on that breath. 4. After this one, hold your breath, breathe in and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly out. 5 more. 3, 4, breathe in and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe out. We should start feeling a little bit more relaxed now. That's nice and important. Try to carry on that deep breathing throughout our exercises that we do. So, the first one, we're just going to look to get some mobility in our spine and our hips. Being in a position we should be fairly comfortable in, because it's something that we've done since we were children. We're going to get on our all fours, what I call our crawling position. So, on our all fours, making sure you can see here, our hands are stacked right underneath our shoulders, my knees are straight underneath my hips. I don't want to be out like this or out to the side. From here, we're going to do what's called cat and cows. We're going to make cat position, an angry cat position. In fact, we'll change it. We'll go angry cat and happy cat. So happy cats are like this. They push their bellies down to the floor. They arch their back when they get stroked. Angry cats, their backs come up and they like to hiss and get a little bit upset. So we're just going to do a couple of happy and angry cats. So happy cat, angry cat. When we're angry cat, push those hands into the floor, stretch the top of your back. Happy cat. Get some nice movement in our shoulders and our hips. And from here, I now just want you to move that body around. So if I'm front on from you, just move those hips, move those hands, swing them around, get nice and deep into it if you need to. Okay, stretch forward, stretch back, stretch out to the sideways. Just get a nice lot of movement in that hip, shoulder, and that spine. Keep breathing while you do it. Be nice and comfortable. Now, should have started to move a little bit easier. This one's always difficult for me with my knees, but we're going to now look to open up our chest and our back a little bit more just from a kneeling position. If sitting back on your heels isn't very comfortable, like it's not for me, you can just sit up a little bit. So from here, we're going to look to do deep breaths in, reaching forward and reaching back. For this, I want your hands to stay up in the air, okay? So my hands are going to come forward, I'm going to stretch. And then slowly spin them round, open that chest up. You can reach that head to the sky. And again, curl that back in. And then out again. If there's any of these movements you want to carry on doing for an extra few turns, feel free to hit pause, carry them on, and then start back with us again. We're going to change now, and we're going to look to get in our high plank position, but this is to again look to get some movement in those hips and the back. So my feet are coming out behind me. I'm in my high plank position. This one's called a downward dog. Now I do know this is a yoga position. We're going to do two animal positions, a downward dog, and then we're going to move that into what's called a cobra. Okay, so for my downward dog position, I'm going to look to push my hips back. So from here, my hips are going back, and I'm going to take my deep breaths from here. With every breath, just push those hips back further, push those heels down into the ground. Now we're going to do a nice slow transition by putting my head towards the floor, sweeping forwards, and then raising up. Now if you want to, you can keep your hips off the floor, or you can relax your hips there. Try and push that ground away. 3 breaths. 4 breaths. 5. And as you breathe out on this one, push back into downward dog. Push back, push back. 3 deep breaths only this time. Forward into cobra, and 3 deep breaths. Now, some of you might just get a little bit of aching in your wrists now, so just take your time to move those around a little bit. Okay, get some movement back, because we've had them in that stacked position. Again, if that's 2 exercises you want to go back to, pause the video, go back, 5 breaths, then 3 breaths, 3 breaths. We're going to go into a forward bend now. Again, this is going to stretch our hamstrings and our lower back. So from this position now, we have a little bit of a flex in our knees. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to shift our hips back a tiny bit. Let our hands come down to the floor. Take 3 deep breaths. 2, 3, and now when we breathe in, we're just going to stand up nice and tall. 3, and then go out on the exhale. All the way to the floor. Can you get a little bit lower? I can touch the floor now. 3 deep breaths in here. 3. Now you breathe in and stand up. 'Change our position slightly. I'm getting a little bit closer for you. So our feet are going to be shoulder width apart. From here, we're going to look to do a squat down, and you're going to tuck your hands under the front of your feet. Okay, so our hands are in there. Okay, from here, we're going to take 3 nice slow breaths. 2. On this one, when we breathe out, we're going to keep holding our toes, but try to straighten our legs. From here, 3 deep breaths. 'Sink back down. Once more. Good. Now we're going to go back to our high plank, and we're going to look at a lunge this time. So my hands are in. I'm in my high plank position. You're going to bring your right leg to your right hand. Up there. Okay? As I said, not very flexible. Some of you will be able to lift it past. All I want you to do now is wiggle that knee in that position. Shift forward slightly, take a breath, out to the side. Just shuffle around. In there. Notice how you feel, notice your breathing. I'm now going to put my left hand down, and I'm going to reach up to the sky with my right hand. So I'm now going to twist my body and face my chest to my knee. That's really good. Hand comes back to the middle, knee comes back, and then we go into a lunge on the other side. Wiggle around in that position. Get a few deep breaths in. Make sure you feel nice and comfortable in that hip. When you're ready, we're going to take a deep breath in and out and rotate. Rotate round. I'm going to face you so you can hear me. Make sure that chest is facing the knee and take a couple of deep breaths there. When you're ready, that foot can come back and you're nice and relaxed. Guys, that was the main bit of our stretching, but what we're just going to finish on is just a couple more of our deep breaths in our lying position to make sure we're nice and channeled and nice and thoughtful. So back lying down, keep those feet and those hands grounded. We're going to go for our 10 breaths, then we're going to go 5 and hold, 5 and hold, and we'll be finished. Feel that tummy expand. Two more. That's 10. Guys, just from this position, you can now put your hands on your tummy. I just want you to feel that rise and fall. Try and silence your mind. For everything else, just focus on how you're feeling in this moment. We're going to go 5 breaths and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks so much for joining me with my assembly this morning. What I'm going to do is write down those list of stretches with a little bit of a description at the end of this video, so you can take a screenshot off of it or keep it, and hopefully that will allow you to go through the process. Just remember the whole time, make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're conscious about what you're doing. Try to do this in a quiet place. If you want to have some quiet music on in the background, you can, but make sure it's nice and relaxing. It's nothing that's going to want to make you get up and dance and sing halfway through. I really hope you enjoyed that today. As I said, it's something that I've enjoyed doing at the moment. And yeah, have a look at the picture at the end of this. Give it a go. Let me know any thoughts, and I appreciate it. Guys, really enjoy your Wednesday. Look forward to seeing you on Friday for our celebration assembly. Enjoy your day.